Hi there. Today I'm going to show you how I made these cute little flowers. These have been cut out of satin and then burnt around the edges, and then I've put in one of the little stones that I've been making from painting the glass nuggets with nail polish, and that's actually got a crackle finish. I don't know if you can see that. And this one I've made with lining, and lining tends to catch on fire, so you still get a really great effect, but I quite like using the satin better. So what I do is I've made myself a template, because I like templates, and I've made myself 5 different sizes. And then what I do is, to get the most out of my fabric, I actually draw them on the back side of the fabric. I don't know if you can see that I've drawn them all, but I have, on the back side, and then I just cut them out. And I get barely any wastage when I do that, so it's a good way of doing it. You can just hand cut them freely, but I like templates. So once I've cut them all, you're going to have all these shapes in your sizes. You don't have to, I do 3 of each size, but you don't have to do 3. You can do less if you like. I just like the flower looking really full. So you've got 2 sides, you've got the sort of a matte finish on, and then you've got the lovely sort of satin finish. And what I do is I get one of these amazing tools, and they're just a little lighter, and I flick it on, and I burn up on the fabric. Now see how it starts to curl, which is really cool. We're just going to go along, and I actually burn here, not on the edge, because I want it to curl in. I'm just going to go around, and you'll see how it's starting to curl in. Keep going around. And I think this is actually quite a good satin, because it doesn't melt that quickly, whereas I've used other satins and they melt quickly. And I just go underneath it a bit if I want. See how I want that to curl in a bit more, so I want that shape. So you're almost getting like a bowl shape with each of them. So I'm just going to do that again. So on the satin side I hold, and it's the matte side that I'm burning up to. You can actually do this with a lighter, with a candle, and it works just as well. It's just that you'll spend a lot more time waiting with the candle, whereas this little tool here is fantastic. It'll make life much quicker. So there we go. We're just going to burn the edges, and if I want to actually make it a little bit more sort of shape to it, I just burn it a bit more, and see how it starts to curl in there. I'm just going to go around and shape that a little bit more. And what I've done, I've got 15 circles altogether, so I've got 5 of 3 different shapes, and here they all are. So I've done them all, and then you start layering. So these are my 3 biggest sizes, and see how this one here is slightly more shaped than the others, because I want them to all sort of sit in and look quite good. So here we go, these are the 2 that I've just done, and I'm going to sit them in a slightly, oh, here we go, no, those 3 are there, so that's the next size, and this was the 3rd size. Yep, there we go, 1, 2, 3, pop them in there, and then my final lot, and you sit there and fiddle around till you sort of get it right. Then it's the last little one. What I do, I don't like to glue things, I like to sew, so I actually pin them down with a pin until I get it right. So I kind of know that's kind of where I'm going to sew, and then I put these little jewels in that I've made, the little stones that I did a tutorial on how I paint with nail polish. I put them in the centre, and that's the blue one that I've just recently done, and I glue them with a craft glue. I don't use a hot glue gun, I actually use this craft glue. Very cheap, only $3.99 from the warehouse, and it glues really well. And I've got a little silver stone here that I might use. See, that looks fantastic actually. So once I'm happy with the placement of all these circles, I then sew it, I then glue these on it, and then you get a nice finish, because I always match my cotton, and then you can either sew on a brooch or a hair clip or whatever you'd like to do, and you end up with this beautiful flower in the end. So thank you for that, and we'll catch you again.